Welcome to today's Explainer. We're diving into a genuinely fascinating economic mystery right now, the 2026 entrepreneurial shift and these totally new frontiers in financial independence. Let's get right into it. Seriously, what do they know that everyone else doesn't? Why are thousands of people suddenly moving in the exact same direction at the exact same time? It's kind of unprecedented. You've got former office workers suddenly launching side businesses, public school teachers becoming entrepreneurs literally overnight, retirees are setting up digital income streams, and recent college grads, well, they're just skipping the traditional job hunt altogether. So what exactly are they seeing that the rest of the economy is completely missing?
To understand this, we have to look backwards for a second. Get a degree, find a stable job, climb the ladder, and save for retirement. For decades, that rigid four-step sequence was the absolute gold standard for financial security. It was comfortable, right? You knew exactly what to expect. But for the modern worker, confidence in that exact model has completely shattered. This linear step-by-step path just doesn't offer the promised security anymore, and honestly, the modern workforce has woken up to that fact.
So, what went wrong? Why did that old formula break down? Well, the forces driving people away from the traditional 9-to-5 grind are pretty impossible to ignore. We've got intense economic uncertainty and rampant inflation concerns that make relying on a fixed salary feel, honestly, incredibly risky. Throw in massive technological disruption and rapid, sweeping changes in the workplace, and you've got the perfect recipe for forcing people to radically rethink their financial futures.
And this total collapse of the old way has sparked a completely new mindset. The old dream used to be all about climbing that corporate ladder or maybe striving to become the next tech billionaire. But the 2026 reality, it looks totally different. People aren't necessarily trying to be billionaires anymore. They want three specific things instead: more control, more flexibility, and more income sources. They just want to architect their own lives. And that burning desire is exactly what has ignited this massive new business boom.
So what's actually getting them to this new reality? Let's break down the 4 pillars of the 2026 business boom.
Pillar number 1 is specialized knowledge, which is all about transforming everyday skills into packaged, monetized solutions. Now sure, people have always shared knowledge, but what's totally revolutionary today is how the internet lets you package, distribute, and actually monetize it. Think about it. Consumers today are completely overwhelmed with information. They don't want to read some sprawling, dense textbook. They want clarity. They want practical solutions. Take gardening, for example. Instead of digging through hundreds of messy blogs, people will happily pay a hobbyist for a simple 3-step video guide to growing tomatoes on an apartment balcony. Everyday expertise is literally being turned into highly valued clarity.
Then we have our second pillar, the automation shift. This is huge. Tasks that just a few years ago required massive, expensive teams of employees are now being done by a single solo entrepreneur. Where marketing used to require an entire department, well, now it's handled by automated software. A sprawling customer support call center replaced by streamlined AI. And a whole data analysis team is now just instant AI tools. This lowers the barrier to entry so drastically that a small one-person business can operate with the sheer efficiency of a massive corporation. It's wild. All right, our third pillar is niche markets. This is all about serving small, passionate online communities with highly targeted, personalized solutions. See, large corporations usually focus on serving massive, broad audiences. But today's consumers, we want personalized experiences. We want something highly specific, targeted, and relevant to us. So entrepreneurs are discovering that by completely ignoring the broad mainstream audience and instead solving practical problems for small, passionate niche hobbies, they can find success way faster. The competition is incredibly low because you're focusing on making something easier, faster, or more convenient for a very specific group. Those customers eagerly pay attention.
And our fourth and final pillar is asset-based entrepreneurship. The main shift here is that everyday people are just no longer interested in trading their hours directly for dollars. Instead of working solely for a paycheck, they're building digital products, subscription communities, educational platforms, newsletters, content libraries, and software tools. Why? Because once these assets are created, they can keep producing revenue repeatedly long after the initial hard work is done.
The ultimate goal of this entire shift is perfectly captured right here in our source material. They want systems that continue working even when they're not actively working every minute. It's not just about earning an income anymore, guys. It's about powerful leverage. It's about true scalability. Technology has made it completely achievable for a regular person to set up an ecosystem that generates revenue in the background while they sleep, while they travel, or while they just spend time with their families.
Which brings us to the ultimate question. Why now?
Well, historically, starting a business required massive overhead. You needed substantial capital, physical office space, employees, inventory, incredibly expensive advertising. All of that kept most people totally out of the game. But today, in 2026, those barriers have completely vanished. You literally just need a laptop, an internet connection, and a valuable idea. That is it. It's an absolutely remarkable shift that makes these opportunities more accessible than at any other time in history.
But I do want to share a critical warning straight from the source text. You have to recognize the first mover advantage. The rules have totally changed, the tools are vastly better, and the markets are significantly larger. But those who move early are the ones who gain the massive advantages. By getting in now, you establish your audiences, you build deep trust, you develop your expertise, and you create those automated systems way before these new niche markets become totally crowded. Time is absolutely of the essence here.
And that brings us to the true prize of this entire economic transformation, the possibility of financial independence. People aren't flocking to these 4 business pillars because they're guaranteed paths to easy wealth. There's no such thing. They're doing it because it offers the ultimate ability to create your own opportunities. It's really about taking complete, uncompromising control of your own financial destiny and participating in one of the most significant entrepreneurial transformations of the modern era.
This trend isn't just coming, it is already here, and it's happening right now all across the country. Which leaves us with one final lingering question. Will you recognize the opportunity before everyone else does? Take a second to really think about that. If you found this explainer valuable and want to stay ahead of the biggest business trends, wealth-building opportunities, and entrepreneurial shifts shaping our future, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications. The next breakthrough opportunity could appear way sooner than you think, and you definitely won't want to miss it. Thanks for joining me today, and keep learning.